Hey everybody, welcome to another episode from Not the Best Podcast. Hope you all had a happy Halloween. My name is David.
And I'm Ivan.
And we are going to do Dawn of the Planet of the Apes today, the second in the rebooted Planet of the Apes franchise, because we did not prep anything for Halloween. So we figured we'd continue to do this for War for the Planet of the Apes, the Blu-ray release. It is actually officially out now, War for the Planet of the Apes. But we can't do the third movie without watching the second movie. Ain't that right, Ivan?
I just totally realized we didn't prep anything for Halloween.
Didn't prep a single thing for Halloween. That's okay. The holiday is come and gone, so there's nothing we can do about it.
Oh, well.
So, for syncing up purposes, we are at around the 50-second mark. We skipped all of the intro logos, so we are on a all-black screen, and at the bottom left corner says 20th Century Fox Presents. Again, it's around the 47 to 50-second mark, depending on which version you have. Ivan, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Cool.
Oh, dude, so I'm really excited to do this series just because, especially this movie, because this is the movie where we actually were excited to see the Planet of the Apes series.
Yeah.
Because it was after the first one. It was after we realized, holy shit, this is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
And, like, all the trailers made it seem like this was going in a completely different direction from the past one.
The trailers were pretty dark, too. Like, this movie, it's drastically different from the first one.
Yeah.
In terms of tone. I think we talked about that a little bit in our last Rise of the Planet of the Apes commentary. And you can automatically tell that this is going to be a more serious movie. Just right now.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't there there's a change of director, right? We talked about that.
Yeah, so this is Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves previously directed Cloverfield. I think that was the biggest movie he did before this. But great fucking director. I think this movie really made me appreciate Matt Reeves a lot as a director. I think this movie made him one of my favorite directors. Just because I couldn't believe what he did with this movie.
Now, I love this opening because I feel like it does a pretty nice job of just, describing the spread of the simian flu.
Oh, yeah.
It's like very nice visuals and just very minimalistic almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's slightly more like it's the same. It's exactly where we left off with Rise of the Planet of the Apes, where we see it spreading, but we don't really get a sense of how really dangerous it is. But it's the same opening, or this visual is the same as that visual, but it's just so drastically like darker and scarier, and you see the lights start to dissipate. And it's like we're in for a totally different movie here.
Yeah.
And that's such a sad and scary sight to see. Just the satellite image of America just going black. Like,
yeah.
You never want to find yourself in a situation like that.
Yeah, like you just see like the last bastions of human civilization just kind of fade out, and it's
scary.
Stuff.
Nature's scary, Ivan.
Damn, nature, you scary.
You scary. And it's about to be scary right now. We see Caesar, and in the background, this also has some of my favorite music in the entire the three films. Right here, we start hearing some musical cues from 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's very subtle, but it's there. It's that oh, it's a great use of that music.
I never picked up on that.
It's very subtle. It's very small. It was used also in Godzilla, which also came out in 2014. But that movie used it a lot more prominently. It was during the Halo jump scene in Godzilla. And this scene, it just starts off with it. And I mean, there's parallels to be made with 2001, seeing as how that movie involved, primates evolving and becoming smarter and eventually becoming humanity. And this is almost a complete opposite of that, where, humanity devolved.
Yeah.
Primates, but they're still smart. Yeah, it's crazy. It's good use of the music.
No, absolutely. Now, see, this opening, for some reason, really reminds me of the opening of War for the Planet of the Apes. Or
yeah,
not opening,
with
but this scene. Because, like, in War for the Planet of the Apes, it's like a very similar, like, area, like a forested, wooded area, and they're going up a hill. Mm-hmm. But it's the humans hunting the apes instead of the apes hunting, like, these deer.
The apes are hunting the deer. Well, here they're... I guess, yeah, it is interesting to compare. In this movie, because I was going to say, well, to be fair, here they're only doing it for their survival. Like, they need deer to eat.
Yeah.
But then when I said that, I realized, well, technically speaking, the humans were hunting the apes for their own survival because they felt as though they needed to kill the apes in order to survive, to secure the fate of their own species.
Yeah.
So it just speaks to our very own primal instincts, in different ways.
I can definitely see that. And I just think it's so amazing just how, like, in this movie, this scene right now, they're using spears, like handcrafted spears.
Yeah.
And they progress to using, like, rifles and, like, rocket launchers so quickly.
Oh, yeah, they smart. Hard to take down a bear with a spear, but... I just look at the special effects. This is fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's, like, all of this is CG. Like, I mean, motion capture, sure... But, like, this is all computer-generated stuff, and automatically, it's much better than the last film. Just one film, just 3 years apart. And it's so gorgeous to look at.
And the thing that gets me is that the CGI... This is 2014, right? Rise of the Planet of the Apes was, 2011?
Yeah.
Dude, the CGI in Rise of the Planet of the Apes... was by far better than the CGI in the newest Kingsman movie.
Oh man, that I don't. It's not fair to compare the CG in Kingsman to any movie because the CG in Kingsman is shit.
It's. I don't know if that's what they were going for or if it was just like we spent all our money on cool choreographing fight scenes.
I don't know.
Just,
it might have been on the fight scenes, yeah.
Use get an intern with Adobe Premiere and just kind of figure it out.
Why was it so bad? I don't understand.
I feel like that was bad. Like that was really bad.
Because
like I do think they just realized it and they're just like, oh.
I think they had to because part of me questions whether or not they wanted it to look cartoony, like on purpose, like for the aesthetic that Kingsman is going for. Since Kingsman is obviously a much more silly and fun movie in comparison to something like this movie that we're watching, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. This movie takes itself so fucking seriously.
Yeah.
And the special effects adhere to that. So if we saw this movie and the special effects look trash, no one would take it seriously. And all of the themes and everything that it's trying to go for would just be thrown out the window automatically.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Matthew Vaughn and everyone involved with Kingsman was like, oh, it's just a silly, funny Saturday morning cartoon type of movie. So it doesn't matter. No one will notice. Who cares? Well, we noticed. We cared.
We noticed and we cared very much so.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think it would have made that much a difference if the movie was good? So say the plot is good and there's not as many John Elton jokes and there's not robot dogs. Do you think you forgive the movie for having shitty CGI in parts?
Yes, but I would still gripe about it because you know me. Like we've been to enough movies together. We've been to a lot of movies together, and one of the first things I always complain about a movie is how bad the CGI is, if it is bad. And
our human eye, it can detect it. It can.
And dude, honestly, like Kingsman was just so bad to the point where it reminded me of watching Spy Kids.
Oh man, Spy Kids in 3D.
Like that super shitty CGI, because they had like a $20,000 budget, and a fucking laptop running Windows 98 for the CGI. You know what I mean?
Oh, that was bad. That was like early CG. That was like
Yeah. That was like, here's a few pixels.
Either way.
Hey man, Machete, isn't it?
Machete, and that is Machete, right? Like
Yeah, no, apparently,
Danny Trejo is the same character in Machete as he is in Spy Kids, right?
No, yeah, like apparently it's canon or something like that.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just I live my life with it because
Machete. They want to do. Didn't they? Isn't the next Machete film Machete in Space?
I think that already came out.
No, did it? No,
I don't know, because I remember hearing about Machete in Space, and
I remember hearing about Machete in Space. That's like, it sounds like an urban legend. Machete in Space. Dude, it sounds so stupid.
My dad is a big fan of Machete. We went and saw the first one together. I remember just like we're in the movie theater, and you totally see Machete cut this dude open using intestines to rappel down the building, and my dad was just like, "Oh damn." And then we were just watching at home, and like, we saw a trailer. Like I pulled a trailer for like, or like I told him something about like Machete being in space. I think he was like, "Oh, that sounds fucking stupid."
Mijo, pero por qué?
Oh, pero por qué?
Space, Machete.
Even him, where he likes these stupid like dumb movies, was like, "That's fucking stupid."
There's only, I don't know. Is there a limit to how stupid you can be? Because I think Kingsman was trying to push the limit, and
no, we have Sharknado like 8 now.
Oh,
there is no limit to how stupid.
Really
it can be.
do. Speaking of sharks, there's a movie coming out next year. It's called Meg. It's a giant shark, and not Channing Tatum. Who's oh man, I'm forgetting his name. Jason Statham, action star Jason Statham, gets to punch this shark named Meg in the face. Doesn't that sound like an awesome action adventure movie to you, Ivan?
Jason Statham. No, it doesn't, first of all. Second thing, Jason Statham was the star I used to like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because he was an action star.
Yeah.
And now that I got older, I just like, fuck, his movies are so shitty.
He's the same guy in all of his movies, right?
Yeah,
like he's not a character actor.
He's generic white badass.
He's just Jason Statham in like every movie, yeah. Even in the Fast and Furious movies, he's just the same Statham, guy. Yeah. He's just him.
He's Jason Statham from Driver or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. Crank? Is that? I don't know.
Dude.
He taxi drive? I don't fucking know. He's in one of those. There's
like a series. There's like The Getaway Driver or some shit like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They replaced him in the 4th movie with generic white guy number 5, and
they replaced him with a TV series too. Made a TV series about it.
I believe it. They make a TV series out of everything.
They made a TV
series
shit out of fucking Rush Hour. That made me mad.
They did. It didn't go on long, did it?
No, I think I don't even think it finished the season.
Like 2 episodes? I don't know. I heard it was awful. I think we talked about it briefly. Yeah, I think it was during Transformers. Did. You were like, "What do you care about?" And I was like, "No!" I shut that shit down. Like, we're watching Transformers no matter how shitty this is.
Oh man, Transformers was a train wreck, everybody. Just saying.
Awful. Never watching that shit again. I don't care what you guys say. Never watching a Transformers film again.
Speaking of Sharknadoes and just stupid movies about storms.
Stupid? Oh, Geostorm? Yeah. I see where you're going, Ivan. I picked up on that right away.
Oh, that was a good segue until you fucking ruined it.
I was like, where's he going? Sharks? What is he talking about? You're talking about the shitfest Geostorm.
Oh, my fucking god. Yes.
And how it's flopping. That's the good news? Question mark? It's flopping? Did you see the movie?
Why?
I mean, look, we gotta be as honest as we can when we talk about these movies, and whether or not we see it, we have to be open about whether or not we did.
No,
neither of us seen the movie. That doesn't mean we don't know that it is shit.
I refused to see the movie because I could tell it was going to be absolute shit.
I mean, at this point, they could really benefit from you seeing the movie, and you just don't want to give them that benefit.
I really don't.
It's doing good. Not good. It's doing better internationally. So it tanked here in America. It's just doing shit numbers.
I feel
and
like
it's
all these weird like fucking like climate movies or Sharknado type movies do good like overseas.
the Transformers movies do fan-fucking-tastically overseas. They just make a killing over there. Do they? I don't. The quality. I don't know how to.
Do they just love like shitty popcorn flicks or like what?
I think so.
Oh.
I think. I don't know. Is there something about stupid movies that can just be universally accepted? Because they're so simplistically stupid that anyone can watch them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this right now, we're watching some like high concept shit with like apes and fear and family and what makes us human and do we have souls and acting and top-notch quality acting and top-notch state-of-the-art CGI. This is like high concept shit that's hard to grasp. That like maybe there's something in higher quality movies that just don't translate well to different audiences. As opposed to, say, you make a movie about giant robots punching each other in the face. There's something universally acceptable about that. Yeah, does that make any sense at all?
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
I think it's the same concept as to why like Adam Sandler movies do well overseas in comparison to like other, I don't know, art comedies. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but say like Adam Sandler gets his buddies together and they slip on a banana peel. You can laugh at that image no matter what language you speak, no matter what culture you're from. Adam Sandler hurting himself and his friends is just funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's the lowest class of funny, but it is, as opposed to like something that's a clever and witty joke that really only works in a certain culture in a certain time,
or like a certain language. Or
yeah. And I think the same applies for Transformers and them punching each other in the dicks and their robot dicks, and it just translates well overseas. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's at the lowest form of the art, but it's a universal form of it.
Yeah, and that's what we're at as a society with movies. People, they're like, well, if our movies doesn't do good in America, just wait to see how it turns out in China. And Geostorm, it's not doing great. It's just doing better. And I don't know why they decided to make that movie. Doesn't it feel like a movie that came out 2 decades too late?
Yeah. No, I feel like this would have been the perfect movie to come out like during
like
the
in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like Bruce
yeah.
Willis and shit.
It's that exact type of movie.
Like we're past that whole like nature destroying humanity phase. I'm telling you right now, we're on the whole advanced AI.
Advanced AI. Isn't there like a real world news something going on right now? Like Saudi Arabia, they gave someone citizenship.
Yeah.
Isn't that a real thing? Is that real?
From what I understand, like people were protesting because Saudi Arabia gave more rights to this virtual AI
than actual women.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Like, I'm interested to read more into it. It's just haven't gotten a chance to get into it.
Yeah, I saw the headline. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of world we live in anymore, Ivan.
Speaking of giant robots punching each other and the horrible abortion that is the Transformers movies.
Yeah.
God, I hate them. Did you check out that robot fighting league fucking thing they did?
What fighting league?
So 2 years ago, an American company challenged a Japanese company.
Yeah. I remember you telling me about it. Yeah, go on, continue.
So, after 2 years and after like a long time of, just trying to work it out, they finally had their big fight.
In real life?
Yes.
Real giant robots?
Real giant robots was a real life fight with an asterisk. And the reason I say it was an asterisk is because towards the end of the fight, you can just it's clear it's scripted. It's like a shitty WWE match.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah, dude, and like at the end, they were pushing super fucking hard for like a robot fighting league.
Ooh, but like so it's real, but it's fake, like the WWE, like the whole thing. That that sucks.
And
I want to see real robots fight each other. What?
Yeah, dude, like battle bots and like like that was cool, man.
Yeah, but like giant.
See,
it's stupid and it wastes lots of money, but like you want to see it.
It broke my heart, but whatever.
Well, I don't know. It was cool in concept, I guess.
It was cool in concept. I think they just sold out.
Everyone sells out, Ivan. As soon as someone offers us money, we're gonna sell out.
You're not wrong.
No matter who wants to sponsor us, we're gonna sell out.
Please donate. These movies aren't cheap.
Please sponsor us. There's a certain quota you gotta hit on YouTube before people can actually sponsor you. So we just gotta keep making these podcasts, commentaries, making the best quality podcasts you can listen to.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So I like this scene because it's showing it's showing the apes learning and just kind of spreading lore and stuff.
And you can tell by this scene how different they're reacting to things now. So like before, they all and so in the first movie they all had the same goal, which was basically to just free as many apes as possible. There was something instinctive about that, just freeing their own kind. But here you really get their individual personalities. How Caesar sees the humans one way and doesn't want to act a certain way, but Koba is the exact opposite. Koba grew up in basically was basically a slave, was a lab rat to the scientists, and so he sees humanity differently than how Caesar was, who was born and raised in a house by James Franco. And the dichotomy between these two characters is fan-fucking-tastic. I love what they did with Koba in this movie. Koba is
absolutely
a great character. One of my favorite characters, like, that I can think of in the past few years. Like one of the best villains of a movie I can think of in one of the past few years. Like, fantastic character development. And you can really feel it. And you can partially kind of see where he's coming from.
No, absolutely. Like I would honestly even argue more so that I side with Koba a lot more, because had the simian flu not happened, I think I can justify it and stand with Caesar. But like humanity is on its downfall. It's pushed to the edge, and at that point, I feel like we as humans would do anything to survive, and we'll toss our own humanity out the window. Yeah. And I feel like Koba is justified in saying, no, we can't trust them, because they're in a bad spot, and they'll like scrape and rip as far as they can into us just to get ahead of themselves.
I think I forget where I heard it from, but I heard the best science fiction films, they could be, as fantastical and as out there as they can, but the best science fiction films, just take a look at who we really are as a society. The simplest ones or the biggest ones, they all come down to that. Like, they reflect how we are and how we act as people. Planet of the Apes was always about that, since like the first one in the 60s. And to see it come this far and to see it like really make you think about, well, what would you do in this scenario? Would you, if you were an ape, would you side with Caesar? Would you side with Koba? If you were a human, would you side with Gary Oldman? Would you side with Jason Clarke? You can see where all of them are coming from. And that's just fantastic storytelling, because no one's necessarily a bad guy in this movie. They just all have different perspectives.
No, absolutely.
And we'll get into that even further with the next movie with Woody Harrelson's character.
And like you said, I think that's what makes a just amazing movie is when you have trouble yourself just kind of figuring out like who's justified in this.
Yeah,
Like
it really
who's
makes you struggle. Makes you think as the audience member.
It's like who's the bad guy? Is there even a bad guy at all?
Yeah, humanity didn't want to necessarily hunt down the apes, but they're like pushed onto the brink of extinction. You can tell they want to survive. They want to hang in there. And if that means going to war, then they're going to do whatever it takes, whatever means necessary to survive. And that's just what they're trying to do. They're just trying to live. These apes are trying to live. And so they're holding their ground. Koba's mean mugging that guy because he knows he has to hold his ground. It's great.
Absolutely amazing.
Just look at the way they ride those horses. Fantastic. Thank God there's not like another sentient species here on Earth, because we'd go fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
We go crazy with it with ourselves as just one species. Imagine if like fucking dolphins tomorrow became sentient and we had to grant them citizenship and shit.
No, it'll be an immediate war for like supremacy.
Immediate war. There'd be no more open waters. Everyone would have claim to sentient land on shit.
Be dropping like landmines in the ocean, just like crazy.
We cannot allow the dolphin overlords to persist in the ocean. It's our time now to find out exactly what's in the ocean. That's what it would take. That's what it, because 90% of the Earth is undiscovered, right? Like,
yeah,
basically because of what's underneath all the water.
Yeah,
that's what it would take. It would take a sentient species and us to go to war for us to fucking discover what exactly is in the rest of our planet. That's what it would take. Not peace, not faith in humanity. Fucking war. That's all we ever do, Ivan.
Sad but true, man. Actually, speaking about like what you're talking about, there's a novel by the same artist who wrote Ready Player One.
A novel?
Yeah.
Ernest Cline,
yeah,
right?
Ernest Cline.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ready Player One. It's called Armada, and it's basically, it has a similar storyline where it's this kid lost his father at an early age, is obsessed with like video games and just all this crazy stuff. And there's one video game where he plays a lot. It's like Armada. It's like a flight simulator / alien like shooting game where you pilot like aircraft and like shoot aliens down and shit. It turns out that this was actually a government training simulator.
Oh. Because
there's actually an alien race that we've been in contact with since like the 60s. And they've been poised for like an invasion of Earth ever since then. And we've just been building up like a drone army and training civilians to be able to fight. Like and use
unknowingly training. Like unknowingly training.
Yeah, so like all the video games and like other stuff was just like training simulators to like condition humans to like you be ready to fight and control these drones. And like all the sci-fi movies like Star Wars and Star Trek and everything was just also like used as conditioning so humans wouldn't react so severely to aliens being real.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, if you haven't read the book, just, I guess skip like 30 seconds or whatever. It turns out that this alien race is actually an artificial intelligence created by like a alien government organization to test humanity. Like once we reached the point of having like nuclear weapons and space travel, they wanted to see.
Oh, is that one of those stories to see like if we were capable of joining the alien race in something,
like living in
something
peace.
along those lines? Yeah.
And it's like
based on how we react.
Yeah. And the main protagonist kind of prevents us from like trying to set off a nuke in like their home world and killing them all. And once he prevents them, the alien race comes out. It's like this is all a test. We wanted to figure out if you were peaceful enough to compromise or whatever. And they're all assaulted. They're like 30 million people died for this. And he's like, well, other aliens race have passed the test without a single life lost.
Damn.
It's like your like animalistic and warlike nature was just
is
unavoidable.
The reason why.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And I'm like, damn, that's kind of true, man.
That sounds a little bit like Ender's Game. This is a very popular book, ain't it? Where
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ender, he's a kid, and they start training him through these simulations, and then he doesn't realize one of the simulations is actually real, and is like, it's not a test, it's real, and he just like killed an entire alien species or some shit.
Yeah, and it turns out like the alien species wasn't actually evil. They were just like, I think if I remember correctly, there's a bunch of books in that series. They were just trying to survive, and like we put them in a position where they had to defend themselves. We were the bad guys.
Yeah. Damn.
That's pretty fucked, man.
That sounds fucked up. It sounds really great. Did you ever see the movie, 2013 Ender's Game?
Yeah.
It's not as memorable.
I think I saw bits and pieces of it.
It's one of the okayest movies of that year.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not as memorable as its premise is. I don't know. You telling me that story reminds me of an episode of South Park. It's the same. It's the same thing, but an alien comes down and he threatens to destroy humanity, and then humanity like kills that alien, and then the alien police come down. They're like, "Have you seen this alien? This alien was a robber, and he has a bunch of space money." And so the people in South Park were like, "No, we haven't seen that alien or his space money." And then they use all the space money to like to build a bunch of new shit. Like Mexico builds like 7 water parks, and they're like, "This was all just a test. Like that's not space money. Like what? You gave space money its value. It's space money. It's literally nothing. And you guys lied to us, and you killed one of our kind so you could build 7 water parks in Mexico. Like, you guys suck." And then they left. South Park. Great show.
Yeah, dude, it makes me wonder, man, like, what would actually happen?
We'd be fucked.
I mean,
like, I want to say, like, we'd be better. We'd be better now if, like, we came into contact with an alien civilization, as opposed to if they had came down in like the 50s or 60s, just like where we are as a people. But I don't think we'd be that much better off. I think we'd be more accepting, like, okay, it's an alien, we have to prep for war, as opposed to like if they came years ago, we'd be like, there's no way that's an alien, we're all gonna die, it's the rapture.
Yeah. Or like, oh, I feel like it feels like back in the like now it's like, oh, it's an alien, we have to prepare for a possibility of going to war. And back in the 50s, it's like, oh, it's an alien or the Russians. Fuck, let's go to war now.
Yeah, Russia. What do we do as a society? What do we? There's. What do we do, man? There's no like protocol. There's no precedent for that shit.
That we
of
know
course, everyone would freak out. Everyone would just lose their mind. You see the movie Arrival came out last year?
Yeah.
It's about that exact premise, and great movie. That's another great sci-fi movie that examines what we would do as a society, and it's like, yeah, something like that would happen. The government would try their hardest to figure out what's happening before going to war, with the idea of war being there. But shit's happening so quickly that the public just freaks the fuck out, and then everyone gets pressured into wanting to start war immediately. It's all because we don't understand each other.
Yeah, dude, honestly, it's just the fact that we don't understand, we fear it, and our like automatic reaction is to try to fight it.
We fear what we don't know. And that's a theme that can be applied to this exact movie. You know, we fear what we don't know.
Exactly.
The apes don't really know the human society, and because of Koba and his experiences, they fear it. And the humans don't really know what the apes are capable of, and they fear it. Great concepts, Ivan. Really make you think. It's not giant robots punching each other in the dick.
Oh, God, I hate that movie. I almost hate him as much as I do DC.
I mean, if you had to watch a DC film or a Transformers film.
All right, you got me.
See, got you. See, I'd take a DC film any day over any of those Transformers movies. I don't know about Batman versus Superman. Batman versus Superman's pretty much on par, being as bad. I don't know. I could probably take it.
Imagine being this guy in the movie and just like being surrounded by like 18 gorillas and being carried.
The face he makes, he's like, he's got to be shitting himself.
He's just like, oh, this is how we die.
Because they could like, Caesar accidentally bit off a dude's finger in the last movie when he was like a baby. Like,
oh yeah,
that's a fully grown gorilla. You could break your back on accident.
No, I feel like a gorilla could just be like, it'll pull you the wrong way and your arm just pops off. It's like,
yeah,
oh,
just snaps.
You're dead.
Yeah. Because like you see that shit, you're gonna be afraid.
Yeah.
Look at that. Just see, like, who does that? These are intelligent like mammals, and you're just there like, oh shit. They warned me not to come, and yet here I am. I'm gonna die. This is how I go. Bunch of monkeys about to fling their own feces at me.
Beat me to death with my own fucking arm they ripped off.
Horrible way to go. They rip your own skull out of your head and then bash you to death with it.
Yeah.
It's a red versus blue
I'm pretty
reference.
sure you'll be... red versus
I don't know how this is physically possible. They're still going on with Red versus Blue, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, dude.
You're caught up with all of it? Like all 15 seasons?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, that sounds disgusting. You still enjoy it?
Yeah, no, dude, honestly, the chorus arc was pretty good. I really enjoyed that. And like the ending where Church sacrificed himself was pretty nice. I got a little teary-eyed for a second.
So is he gone for good?
I think so.
It's Red versus Blue, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Is it still like a comedy? Because I know for a while they were experimenting with more drama, more CG in action.
It still definitely has its drama, but it's still comedy. I would say it's still like a good portion of its comedy.
Gotcha. It's all about the Blood Gulch Chronicles. Red versus red, blue versus blue. You know, when you think about it, Ivan, the humans and the apes are really just, a red team and a blue team. Just trying to capture a flag.
Shut up.
It's probably one of the worst parallels I'll ever have drawn in this entire podcast. I'm sad that this guy doesn't make it to the third film.
Yeah.
He was a cool guy. I like his acting better than James Franco. So like I don't mind that James Franco is absent in this movie. I think you talked about it. Like you wish he was acknowledged a little bit more in this movie.
Yeah, at least like kind of know what happened or.
Yeah. I feel that way about Jason Clarke's character with this movie to the next movie. They revealed his fate in a deleted scene.
What happened to him?
Yeah, so spoilers ? I don't know. It's a deleted scene, so maybe it's canon, maybe it's not. Who cares? At the end of this movie, after you remember Caesar's, they're getting ready for war because they sent out a distress signal and they actually heard something back. I don't know. We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jason Clarke, his character actually has a run-in with Woody Harrelson's character, and him and his unit were extremists. So I think once they found out um, they were, for lack of a better word, sympathizers with Caesar and company. Yeah, they killed him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he's dead. R.I.P.
I would love to see that delayed scene actually.
Good scene, and in the scene, Woody Harrelson is telling that to Caesar while he has him like in that jail cell, and none of the CG is done yet, so it's just Andy Serkis with like the motion capture suit on. Andy Serkis, you can actually see his acting, and it's just great because you can feel Caesar in there, even though you don't see him. All you see is Andy Serkis, but you can feel Caesar's presence. Human work.
God, I hate Cobra sometimes.
Why? In what sense?
You see him like feigning like compliance and submission just to trick him.
Yeah.
Et tu brute.
Et tu brute. Well, that'll come eventually. So smart. Caesar's so smart, dropping knowledge on his little boy. I forgot how much reading there is in this movie. There's a lot of subtitles.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. I appreciate that, since they could have been, they could have gone the easy road and just, oh, they're apes and it's been 10 years so they can all talk English. It's like, no, naturally they would slowly progress there.
And like learn more vocabulary and just teach themselves. And
yeah, they had a very primitive school. Like it makes everything feels like a logical progression, a logical step forward since the last movie. Nothing feels easy. It's all earned. I'm surprised how well this movie did. I think this movie earned the most amount of money out of the 3 films. For how dark and like bleak this movie is.
Yeah.
They put it in like the heart of the summer.
Really?
Like, yeah, so this movie came out in July, and then War for the Planet of the Apes came out, I think, around the same time in July. And these are not like your typical summer blockbusters. No. This is like very heavy, very dark and dramatic movies. And I don't know, there's certain movies that I feel like they can blend between being a huge summer blockbuster while also being a high concept, high art movie. And I think this movie is one of those movies.
Yeah, I think it does it very well as well.
You can really feel it. How it's got all the money of a blockbuster, all the special effects, but deep down it's a real artsy film.
That just kind of makes you think and wonder.
Yeah. This year, I would say that movie has to be... I mean, War for the Planet of the Apes, I'd say, is just about as on par on this one. But I'd say Blade Runner 2049 is also in that same category. You haven't seen Blade Runner 2049 yet?
I have not.
That movie is fan-fucking-tastic. It's long as hell. Like, it's super long. Like, annoyingly long. But I just saw it twice. I just watched it again yesterday. And my God, that movie is just beautiful. Like, aesthetically, it's just gorgeous to look at. And it has all the money of a blockbuster. But it's so, like, artsy and high in concept and so far out there that it really saddens me that it's not making a lot of money. It's bombing. It's tanking. It's making just as much money as, like, Geostorm. That really pisses me off.
Man, I don't think people were that into it, man. 'Cause I mean, like the original Blade Runner was like a cult classic, wasn't it?
Was a cult classic, yeah. But I don't know, like, what they could have done to make the movie make more money. I mean, it was critically acclaimed. It's like all the critics loved it, and it's gonna be in like a lot of awards festivals when awards season comes around. It's gonna be on a lot of people's top 10 of the year. It's definitely gonna be on mine.
Well, do you think if like ticket prices were different? Because I mean, I feel like a lot of people can't justify paying a full fledged like $12-15 ticket price to see a movie that they kind of don't know anything about.
I don't know, because they tried different things with it. Because, so I saw it in IMAX, but IMAX released it in 2D, so they didn't release it in 3D. And so every movie that comes out in IMAX is in 3D, except for this year, Warner Brothers released Dunkirk and Blade Runner 2049 in 2D, like no 3D. Dunkirk did very fucking well, and Dunkirk's another like not your traditional Hollywood blockbuster.
Yeah.
But why did Dunkirk make more than Blade Runner? I don't know if there's a steady answer for that. I don't know. And I know you're alluding to what is it? Regal Cinema?
Yeah,
so
it's one of like the top two like major cinema companies, I guess.
Yeah, Regal is a very, very well known theater chain. What are they doing? Next year they wanna raise ticket prices for more popular movies, but lower ticket prices for not as popular ticket prices. For not as popular movies.
Yeah.
I don't see how that would work. Mainly because I don't know how Regal would define what's a popular movie based what's not a popular movie. What makes that term popular amongst critics, amongst brand names? What at the box office? Because how do you determine what's popular at the box office if you haven't given the ticket a price yet? That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, dude, I don't like it, and like I think my big question of this is, where is this cut coming from? Is this coming off of Regal's overhead, or is this coming off of the movie's overhead?
I think I haven't done a lot of research into it, but from what I know, this is something that the studios have been pushing on theater chains, but theater chains are like, no, that's ridiculous. And something about Regal finally caved, because Regal's the only one that's doing this, and they said they're experimenting with it, so there's no guarantee that it might stay. It depends on the ticket, how ticket sales do over at Regal. I don't see how it's sustainable. The studios want to do it obviously because they want to make more money. It's all about money, and if you can charge more money for the movies that people are going to see, one would think logically they'd make more money. But I don't see it that way at all. Because why do you think I don't see it that way?
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie. Like this scene is just really amazing right now.
Oh, did he kill the guys yet?
No,
I wasn't
no,
even paying attention.
So, okay, I just want to like interrupt to just get to the scene real quick. I love this scene because Koba goes in and like checks out like all the munition stockpiles they have, and he plays like stupid. Like, he's so smart. He plays stupid and kind of.
He even makes farting noises with his tongue.
Yeah, it's just to kind of like put the humans like at ease and make him seem like a fool just so we can get away. And that scene has always been just so amazing.
Yeah, he didn't kill them yet, right? He goes back to kill them.
Yeah, and the thing about this that it gets me every single time is when he's like doing his little stupid face in front of the humans. He's like, oh, and then as soon as he turns his back and walks away from them, you see
he's
that
dead-ass
hatred,
serious.
just the hatred just flow over him so much.
The disgust.
Oh man,
it's great acting.
It's this beautiful fucking scene. I'm sorry, it got me sucked in.
what gets me the most about that scene is how that one guy looks so much like Andy Garcia. He does, doesn't he?
Like, I didn't think about it now, but as soon as you called it out, I was like, yeah.
It totally is like Andy Garcia in this movie. I haven't seen that guy in forever. He's in movies now. That's good for him.
Yeah, that's good for him.
That's not him. Just like the other guy wasn't Jack Black. That is not Andy Garcia. Right. We know this. We don't care.
Back to Regal.
So I don't think raising ticket prices for popular movies is going to work, because the reason why they're trying this out is to see if they can make more money. The reason why theaters aren't making as much money as they used to is because people are not going to the movies as often as they used to.
Yeah.
It's just as simple as that. People have a lot more means of getting movies now, of being entertained now, that they couldn't get way before, and so less people are just going out to the movies.
Yeah.
What ends up happening is, in order to accommodate that, they raise the ticket prices so that even though it's fewer people going to the movies, they're paying more money. But the reason why people aren't going to the movies is because the ticket prices are so high. So if you want to take a date to a fucking movie, you're going to pay like $30 for just 2 tickets. And that's not even counting for if you want popcorn or a drink or a meal to go with that. You're paying like $50-$60 just to go see a movie. And then if you want to raise the ticket prices, how high are you raising those ticket prices? And how less likely are you to go to the movies to see that movie that you want to see, because it's like $100 now for you to take someone to go see that movie.
Yeah.
How less likely are you to see that movie? And so less people would feel inclined to go see that movie than to begin with. Yeah. So you're back at the starting point. You're not making money anymore again.
And you're worse off, honestly, I would say.
Yeah, because say the people who really want to see Star Wars, who really want to see Thor and Captain America and Marvel movies and DC movies, they're going to see the movies no matter what. What keeps those movies afloat is how many times you see that movie again.
Yeah.
You see Star Wars like 3 times opening weekend. You see Captain America Civil War twice, when it was in theaters. If you pay like so much money to see the movie the first time, you drop like $50 for like you alone, not a chance in hell you're gonna go back to see that movie. Because why would you spend that much money again to see a movie you already saw?
Yeah, exactly. And just people will be less inclined. Like, sometimes I'm just like, hey, I'm not doing much. I got like, $12 in my pocket. Let me go see a movie. Just fuck it. If they raise the prices up, I'm gonna be much more likely to be like, you know what? No, fuck that. I'm not gonna pay $20 to go see a movie. I can just
let's go do literally anything else.
Yeah, or like I can use that money and pay for 2 months of my Netflix subscription.
Yeah, and just watch a movie at your own house
without paying $50 for a fucking chicken strip basket.
It's ridiculous. I don't know if they announced how much money.
I think that's the caveat too. I think that's going to be the key. Is if it's like a 60-cent raise, okay.
I mean, it's gonna be a lot more than that.
Yeah.
But like, by how much, and what determines if it's popular? So like, you raised the question on Blade Runner. Blade Runner it's an artsy film, yeah, but that's a blockbuster film. That movie cost $150 million to make. Like, you're not gonna charge a low amount of money for that, because the studio wants their money back. What are you gonna charge? You're gonna charge like $3 to see that movie? Well, then it's not gonna make its money back anyway, because no one's seeing it, and now you're charging even less, and so it's gonna struggle its way to make its money back.
This is gonna be a big clusterfuck, honestly.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so interesting to see what happens, because I don't know if there's a specific way to chart how much money is going to a movie just based off of the theater chain. So like, is there a way to follow how much a movie is making specifically only in a Regal theater? Because if that were possible, it'd be really interesting to track, how it's influencing the industry. Because if it's working, okay, sure, then I'll eat my words. But if there's no way to tell if it's working or not, what's the point?
Yeah.
Fucking indie movies deserve to be seen, but like if they're not being treated as if they're on the same playing field, then they're never gonna make as much money. Like, and that sucks because indie films deserve to be fucking seen.
Oh man, I don't know, man. This whole thing just seems absolutely horrible, and I feel like not only is the consumer going to suffer just because of all this bullshit,
Wallets are gonna suffer. Hell yeah.
Wallets are going to suffer. I feel like the small indie people are going to suffer too.
Absolutely.
And it's a fucking shame because it's going to be less of an incentive to make these nice indie small artsy movies.
Exactly. And then you don't have. This was like the implosion that like Steven Spielberg and Lucas predicted like way like years ago, that Hollywood would just implode on itself, because if you incentivize people going to only see Hollywood blockbusters, and then no one goes to see indie movies, and then people stop making indie movies, so then the only movies you make are blockbusters, and what are the ticket prices going to be like then? Because then all movies are going to be shit. Like, they're going to be shitty blockbusters. You're not going to have indie films anymore, and then the prices are going to get way too high on only the blockbusters, which are the only things they're offering. People are going to stop going to the movies, and then there's going to be no more fucking movie theaters to go to.
And a fucking staple, like, just American culture is gone.
I fear that day. I never want to live in the era in which studio fucking theater chains actually have to shut down. I love going to the movies, man.
Yeah.
I love going with a crowd of people and just experiencing a 2-hour work of art with a crowd, laughing together, getting mad together, having fun together, crying together, rooting for characters that don't even exist. Like, it's such a weird experience, and I never want that to go away. And I just hope that because of what Regal is doing, we don't eventually lead down that path.
I think if they do this, it won't be for long. I think they'll just see the drastic decline in profits and just go back to, we fucked up, goodbye.
Deuces. But then, like, how far do you go back? 1 week you're just like, oh no, sorry guys, everything's only one price now.
And honestly, I hate it. And I think the biggest thing that I hate about this too is they're like number 2. It's
Regal, yeah.
Yeah, it's Regal and like AMC are like the top 2 people. And like
because if
Cinemark
AMC
too,
ever did this, everyone's fucked.
Yeah. I'm happy that we live in areas where AMC is like the chain near us.
Yeah.
Just so we're not affected by this.
Because if you did have if the theater near you, because I'm sure you have a lot less theaters around you than I do, then you would be fucked. Essentially, you want to go see Guardians of the Galaxy? Oops, sorry, can't afford it. Like, that sucks. I guess I'll go see this piece of shit indie film that no one wants to see. Like, that's what kind of an option is that?
Now, is this confirmed it's happening, or is this isn't a talks?
No, confirmed, absolutely confirmed it's happening, and I think in January of 2018, Regal is doing it.
Well, I can't wait to see how this falls in their face.
I gotta do more research into seeing how to actually track the numbers that Regal is making, because there has to be a way. If they're going to try doing this, there has to be a way that they can extrapolate the data so they could find out whether or not it's working.
And I would honestly love to go back on this in like another podcast in the future once we have everything figured out, and just kind of keep talking about this, because this is something that I potentially feel could really impact just cinema in general.
It could totally change the direction of cinema.
And like you said, honestly, I never want to live to see the day where, the average movie theater just goes away the drive-in.
Oh man, like, I've never experienced a drive-in before. Have you?
No, and it's one of those things where I wish I did.
You can't. Like, sometimes, every now and then there'll be like a special event and people will have something on the side, but it's never like a drive-in, like a casual, like, come up onto your car and just watch a movie together with a bunch of strangers in a parking lot. Like, I'll never experience that. That's fuck.
And I don't want it to be where like my kids are like, what was it like going to the movie theater? Like,
go to the movie theaters. That's sad.
Oh well, let me tell you something, Sonny. Ceiling
Bunch
tiles
of strangers
fell out of the sky once.
Ceiling tiles fell out, and everyone was an ignorant bastard, and just ruined your experience of the movie.
And if you wanted chicken strips and some fries, it cost you $20.
Disgusting. And you knew the chicken tenders weren't the best, but you were hungry and there was nothing you can do about it, so you got them anyway. And sure, to justify it to yourself, you snuck in some candy, but that only goes so far.
It only goes so far.
I think the worst I ever did was sneak in White Castles into a theater. Like, the little small ass cheeseburgers. I think I snuck in a couple of those into a theater.
Oh, I hate you.
That's awful.
There's no White
Castles. I don't think I meant to. I think I was with my girlfriend. No. I think I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we were gonna go see Maleficent, and we were already at White Castle, and I think we were gonna be late to the show, and so I was just like, just fuck it, just fucking put it in the bag. It doesn't matter. Just put it in your purse. You'll be fine. Yeah, so that was that. I was that guy that day.
I think
I'm usually never that guy. I was that guy that day.
I think the worst I ever did was during my freshman year of college. I had a buddy who worked at the movie theater.
Yeah.
So he used to get us in for free just because, he has like a movie theater perks where you can get like 2 people in with him.
Sure.
And right before we went to the Walmart like across the street, and he's like, "Oh, I got a trick. We buy like these foot-long like deli sandwiches from Walmart," and then he's like, "Oh, just put it in your pocket." I'm like, "What?" He's
oh
like,
my
yeah,
god!
Just put it in your pocket. It's fine. I'm like, oh, okay. So I put this like foot-long deli sandwich in my back pocket. It's totally sticking out. There's like no way you can't see it. And then he just walks past his manager. He's like, "Oh, hey, Sharice," and just leaves. And we're just like in this movie theater, empty, just eating these giant sandwiches. Like, yeah, all right, this is my life now.
That is fantastic. Well, that was one of the shittiest movie theaters we could possibly go to.
Oh, Cinema
I'm
8,
sure they
R.I.P.
didn't care much.
No, this was like in my college town.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, movies are fun.
Well, I will say they renovated the theater over here now. It's one of like the newer advanced AMCs where they have the reclining chairs and stuff. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Have a nice little bar.
Man, they're just they're remodeling like a fuck ton of theaters.
Yeah.
They redid the theater down 87th Street. I don't know if you ever even been there because it's like in the heart of the ghetto.
Wait, 87th and Shadowham?
87. Yeah. You remember how
like a dine-in?
Yes, it's a grill. It's you can go in. There's a bar. There's a grill. You can dine in there and have a full course meal, and then they totally remodeled how their actual seatings are. It's so nice, and you have like a platform right in front of you. You can put your food down and relax and eat, and the chairs are very comfortable. It's ridiculous how they remodeled everything.
Now, see, I'm wondering if that's because of just the popularity that Alamo Drafthouse has gotten recently. Well, not recently, but in the past like decade. Because if I remember correctly, Alamo Drafthouse was one of the first places to start doing like the dine-in theater experience.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot more recently. You're right. You're absolutely right. Like some theaters now specifically are made for that dine-in experience.
And the thing I kind of like about it too is like AMC's rebranding all their theaters because like by me there's 2 AMC's approximately like half a mile apart from each other. It's like literally across like the mall area. And one of them is like the AMC University Place, and the other one's like AMC Classic, which is like the old school, still like normal theater seating and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of nice to see how they're upgrading it, but like grill would be pretty nice, honestly.
A grill. I don't know. You gotta check out the theater I'm talking about when you come back to Chicago, because it's so interesting how crazy how far it's come. Because that theater used to be like shit, man.
No, absolutely, man. Let me check what's coming up soon. No, because I remember going to that theater before to check out the premiere of Laser Team, a Rooster Teeth production film.
Really, That's the second time we've mentioned Rooster Teeth today.
Yeah.
How interesting. Yeah, they play really like weird, like indie movies now, which is just surprising to me. That's where I saw Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I never would have expected that theater to play it, but it did. Good on them. Here we have Koba acting silly again. Now they're gonna die. Their fate has been sealed, Ivan. Andy Garcia, I hardly knew ya. I mean, at this point, you gotta know he's fucking with you. Like, the first time, yeah, it's funny, it's cute. The second time, you're like, no.
I'm about to get killed super hard.
He just took my alcohol. Yeah, I shouldn't. Because, I mean, they're at the human facility. They've seen these guys walk up to the gates riding horses and holding spears and shit. And this monkey specifically has a fucking scar running down his face. Oof.
This is such a good scene,
murder
too.
in cold blood.
That smile.
I know. Like that smirk. Down in the streets, they call it murder. He's trying to like make peace and shit. Trying to get electricity for like both sides and shit. And like Koba's over here trying to start a coup. It's crazy. Juxtaposition between the two characters. This is a nice scene. I didn't remember this scene the first time we watched it, but like they really get the chance to slow down now and just take in the moment. They got the electricity started. They hear the music starting to play. But they're at like a crummy old gas station.
Yeah, but it's still like just a sense of normality, a sense of how it was before.
I know, like that nostalgia.
Just like for
imagine a day where like you're happy you're at a gas station.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about, where our future kids will be like, this is a cinema? It's all like run down, mossy, like in the middle of a fucking forest for some reason.
I mean, shit, dude, that's how we view blockbusters now.
I know. Blockbusters are scary places now. Blockbuster Video used to be like the shit, man.
Yeah, dude, I remember.
Going down the halls, looking for a movie you wanted to see but you couldn't get because it was brand new, so everyone rented it out.
You know, dude, honestly, there's still a chain of movie rental places over here where I'm at that's still going pretty strong, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't know how they do it. I wonder, what their pricing is.
I even have a membership to it, so.
You do?
Yeah.
Damn. Like if they were to just have gone into the streaming game, like we could be watching this movie like they tried, but after it was way too late. Like after it was a done deal, they were dead. That's how everything, comes and goes, and just new media just kills it. Netflix killed Blockbuster. because it was just the way the internet was working. The people instantly getting their movies online on the streaming service, no longer needing to wait for weeks to rent out that new movie.
Yeah.
It was done deal. It's how Napster killed the record industry. It's just the way it goes. It's how Uber's killing the fucking taxi cab industry. Shit's readily available at palm of your hand. Press the button, boop. Uber's right at your door.
Like a nicer experience too, honestly.
Mm-hmm. You gotta grow and adapt. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Now Uber delivers food to your door at 3 a.m. when you're drunk as fuck.
Yeah, that's true. They started doing the Uber Eats thing or something, right?
Hell yeah. That's helped me out on a number of occasions.
Really?
Oh yeah. You just want food at your doorstep? You hungover? You need some food? Like, hell yeah. Uber Eats, that's where it's at.
Nice.
Please sponsor us.
Please, Uber Eats. See, I'm at the point where like we have like 2 Uber drivers in my town right now, so.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's kind of a bitch.
I should be one.
Hard pass.
I mean, I thought about it just because I'm not working right now, but like, I sit in my car all day. My ass would start hurting.
All the social interactions with strangers.
And like, you have to like interact with them, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to get like a good rating. So you have to interact with them and be nice, but not interact with them too much that they find you annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to find that out?
That's why I think Jacob, or one of our mutual friends, has always been very good at it. Just because he can manage to find that balance.
Oh, he's a social butterfly. Yeah.
Oh, this is the.
Oh no, he started the coup, Ivan. He's killed Caesar et tu brute. Literally, it's happening right now before our very eyes.
And he blames it on the humans.
This is when I knew this movie was like truly special. Like, it was dark and it was like interesting and had a lot of social commentary. No, Koba just started a fucking governmental coup. He started a shift in the dynamic thinking of the way, like, it just changed everything. It was crazy.
And like he framed the humans and
like, this is how
look
real
at
life.
this.
This is how real life history is shaped by wars that are started because someone lied about something on purpose to get, support for their own cause. This is like real fucking life, man. And I'm like, this is more than just a fucking Apes movie. Like, this shit is like so deep.
Look at him show up like, oh, the humans did this.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. That's exactly how you feed on people's fear. That's how you do it. You something they love and you just take it away, and then all of a sudden everyone's afraid and
like false flag
chaos.
Operations, man.
Hell yeah.
Wow, this series is truly amazing.
Love the lighting and everything about this scene.
Oh, absolutely, man.
It's dark and the fire. It's primitive, but it's violent.
You just feel the intensity building up.
Absolutely. And then it just ramps up. It just gets crazier and crazier. Fucking Koba in a tank. That's my favorite shot in this whole fucking series. The camera is just mounted on the tank, and the tank is just spinning as Koba is just mowing people down. I love it. wish War for the Planet of the Apes got more attention. It didn't make as much money, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
It didn't make as much money as this one. But I mean, like, I don't think that movie should have came out in the heart of the summer. I think this movie, I don't remember what came out around the same time, but it did well, so I don't think it had a lot of competition. I think War for the Planet of the Apes came out either 1 week before or 1 week after, I'm not sure which, to Spider-Man Homecoming. That's a Spider-Man movie. That's gonna kill all your fucking, all your revenue. And Spider-Man movie, that's a perfect movie to release in the summer. You're out of school, you want a fun little Marvel film. Spider-Man. That's not like this really dark and bleak war movie. Like, I think it'd be doing a lot better if it had came out, say, now. Nothing's really out right now. Maybe not Halloween weekend, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, like in this current, lull period between, like, summer blockbusters and, the Oscar contenders.
Yeah. Because now I don't even know what its Oscar chances are. Because I know they wanted to do an Oscar push on the special effects, but, like, it didn't receive a lot of attention. And now it feels like it came out a whole different year. So much time has gone by. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. It definitely deserves to be nominated for special effects. That and Blade Runner. Special effects are outstanding. OUTSTANDING. Outstanding.
Stop.
That's a little Hobie reference.
Please don't bring that up.
Anyone listening that knows Hobie. Hey man, anything to get us more viewers. You gotta connect to the viewers, Ivan, somehow. If they didn't like our cinema rants and they didn't like our red versus blue references, someone out there is going to get that Hobie reference.
And that's why they'll subscribe.
That's exactly what. They've made it this far, an hour and 20 minutes into this podcast, waiting for something that would make them subscribe. That could have just put them over the edge, Ivan. See, now the apes are panicking. Now the humans are panicking. It's just it's a mirror image, man.
I still think it's stupid that the humans had, like, their armory just so underguarded.
Yeah. I guess I never really thought about that. Well, I don't know. It seems like they have a second one that they're running out with... Gary Oldman's so fucking good.
Oh, absolutely, dude. He's such a fucking...
And that kid, I believe he bites it. I believe he dies.
Now, in this movie, Gary Oldman's like an old veteran, right?
I think so. He definitely seems like one. Like, I'd believe it if he were.
Yeah, because I remember he was going through his iPad and there's like pictures of him, like his old unit or something.
Probably, yeah. I remember seeing his family. It's possible. There was some other callbacks that I didn't catch. They're ready for war, man. Like they know what's up.
Like anticipation of just what's
you
coming.
can feel the tension. This movie is filled with great fucking tension. Like the tension was there the whole time, but now you feel it. It's at its like breaking point. It's about to snap.
Ooh.
Oh man. That's a scary image, man. You see that shit happening? Like the scene we saw in the last movie when they were taking over what was that? Los Angeles? San Francisco, I think?
Yeah.
That was scary, but not... This is like haunting. This is war. This is like... You do not want to see what is going on right now type of scary.
This is like absolutely like D-Day style, just absolute
Yeah.
horrible.
We'll give you post-traumatic stress like type shit.
Like the end of the world.
Yes.
Like these are alien
type
invaders.
shit.
Yeah.
And it feels real. And it's this weird like ape movie. Like, you never would have thought.
And this scene right here, I love this too because it also shows the humanity of the apes, just like carrying away his brother.
He's picking up his fallen apes. That's crazy. Apes don't attack apes. They have a moral code of their own.
Like, it makes me feel like the apes are just good people that have been misguided by Koba.
Yeah, but I mean, you could say that with anything. He has 2 fucking smigs, man. It's crazy. This monkey's crazy, man. I love it.
And just to point out, those aren't SMGs.
I don't know guns, man.
Oh, he bit it.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I mean, if you didn't point that out, I'm sure someone would have. Actually, they're not SMGs. Actually, they're. What are they, Ivan?
Light machine guns.
Okay, well, there you go. Now I'm forever going to get everything gun related wrong on purpose so that you can correct me so that no one else on YouTube can correct me.
Oh, shut up. I'm just saying, dude, like, in the background, they had a Mark 19. That thing probably would have fucked up that entire crowd. Just saying.
I don't know what that is.
It's like think of a machine gun that shoots grenades.
Oh, fuck. But look at them. They're hopping on wires and shit.
That's true.
You can, like,
he has a flaming barrel.
He just threw it. Like, no fucks. Like, it's nothing.
He's just
like the brute strength. It's crazy as shit, man. Koba coming through the fire. That's badass and terrifying to look at the same time, man.
Yeah, like if you're on the ground and you see him come through the fire, oh shit, he just blew up.
Yeah, like that's like, you're like, that's the angel of death coming to kill me. Because oh my god, just the visuals. And all these visuals have stuck with me since I first saw it. Like we're about to see my favorite scene right now. He's about to come into that tank, and the camera's just going to be one shot as the tank is spinning, and it's going to be fantastic.
Actually, that's not a tank, David.
Fuck you. Oh my god, he's dead. Just smashed his fucking face in. Oh, he tried to escape. Oh, no, he's in there. He's dead.
And I love the camera work too.
The camera work is fucking brilliant, man. Like on a technical level. It's just like the craft.
Especially in that one shot where it's just like stuck on the side of the turret and just, oh my god.
Just one shot, just spinning. It's so effective, man. That's what I meant when I said earlier. Like, this movie really made me respect Matt Reeves as a director, because as a storyteller, you can make a movie, go one way or the other in terms of story, but like the way he specifically told this story with the camera, it's just so great.
Yeah.
I've been a big fan of Matt Reeves since Cloverfield. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about Cloverfield, the first one that came out in 2008. I think when I first saw it, I didn't like it. But I think that's before I really understood movies. And I watched it a few years after it came out, and I was like, this is really fucking good. It's like actual found footage. It's like there's no music to... Because now we have like fake found footage movies where it's like, we found it, but blah, blah, blah. Here's music and special effects. Well, how is it found if there's special effects?
Yeah.
And there's whatever. And Cloverfield was really one of the first movies that I saw, aside from like the Blair Witch Project, that really put a lot of effort into making it seem as though the footage was actually found by someone. And I really admired the amount of effort put into making the movie feel that way, with like just your camera and lack of special effects and lack of music.
Well, yeah, didn't it start like a whole genre of found footage stuff? Like
yeah, so it didn't start, but like it started the trend.
Okay, let me take it back.
Popularity,
like spearhead like the craze.
Yes, I would say so. Back in my college days, so a couple months ago, I was in class, and my professor, a wonderful professor, I'll never forget, he always started off class by talking about movies. I went to a film class, of course, and the topic once came out about Cloverfield, and everyone was shitting on it. And I was like, no, guys, come on. Like, the technical craft and how he made it found footage. And I defended the movie for my life. I was swinging against, like, 30 different people and be like, nah, Cloverfield, fuck it. And then I was forever, in that class, I was forever the Cloverfield guy.
This is how I feel about Southland Tales.
And yes, here we continue our running gag of Southland Tales. You still defend it, though?
I haven't seen it in like over 5 or 6 years, so I don't know.
I don't know. What do you remember about Southland Tales?
I remember there being a bunch of like science fiction stuff going on. I remember Justin Timberlake singing to the Killers. And
he did, and like the full song. It's a full 3-minute scene.
I remember the cars having sex.
Of course, that's not an image you can forget.
I remember like someone being Jesus at the end. And pimps don't commit suicide.
Pimps don't commit suicide. The famous line of the movie, of course.
No, I think like one of my favorite lines is probably where he's like explaining like the end of the world and like how like in scientific theory, like quantum physics, and he's like, you know, the world will like tear itself, the universe will tear itself apart. You stupid bitch.
Oh my god.
I'm just like, what is going on in this movie?
But that's not like, there's nothing clever or witty about that line.
It was one of those movies. Where like it's like I'm 14 and I'm like, oh, this is so deep. Nobody else gets this but me because I'm so deep too.
I'm so smart.
Then
I understand.
And now that I'm older, I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to see the train wreck that a 14-year-old me thought was so cool.
I mean, see, I think what's so interesting is that I think we're on the same page with different movies, because I know I was 100% that way with Donnie Darko, and then you had just saw Donnie Darko like last week, for the first time ever, and you were like, "What's that movie about?" And I was like, "I don't know." I don't know if anyone really knows what Donnie Darko is all about, but it's just one of those movies that when you're so young, you're like, "Oh, this movie is art. I'm so smart. I get this movie." Do you realize that's the same director?
Really?
Yeah, the guy who did Donnie Darko eventually ended up making Southland Tales. Yes, that is correct. That is 100% accurate. Those movies share DNA. Which is why I think it's so interesting that I leaned one way towards Donnie Darko and you leaned the other way towards Southland Tales.
I feel like exactly the same reasons.
Yeah, 100% the same reasons. Only I will contend Donnie Darko is a better movie. On accident. I'm not saying it's a piece of art. I'm not saying it's a masterpiece. It is very heavily flawed. I think for the same reason Southland Tales is.
When was the last time you saw it?
Donnie Darko?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Watch it again.
No, I will, and maybe this will be a movie that we'll talk about on our commentary track. It's not a bad movie. It's a weird movie. It's because I also don't want to say it's a good movie. I think it's good on accident. Like, I don't think anything about that movie was on purpose, and it just so happened that it was cohesive enough to be good. Because that Donnie Darko was a cult classic, and Southland Tales isn't, because I think after he made Donnie Darko, I forget the name of the director, but I think it's Richard Kelly. I think after Richard Kelly made Donnie Darko, I think he saw himself as like an auteur. Like, I'm this director, I made Donnie Darko, I can make whatever I want, I'm an artiste. And then he made Southland Tales, and like no one ever hired him to make a movie ever again.
It's just like, all right, your time's done.
Yeah. Southland Tales. We got to do it one day. Once we have a big fan base and they demand it of us. I refuse to see it in any other way. Our two fans now will look back on this day and be like, ah, yes, I remember when them mentioning Southland Tales was just some sort of fabled story. They've actually done it now.
Like fucking 10th year anniversary.
Yeah. We totally sold out. We're like, there's 10 ads every minute of our podcast. They finally made it.
You know what's another thing about this movie that I really enjoy? I'm sorry, just to go on a different area.
No,
completely.
go ahead. Absolutely.
How well they set up the universe.
In terms of what?
Like all around, there's these very small, subtle things that are just showing like the fall of humanity. Like right now, there was a bunch of sympathizing apes that were sympathizing with Caesar and like still siding with Caesar. And you just see them locked up in this bus that has like these barricaded windows and like stenciled onto the side, like, you know, like painted onto the side, like warning shots will not be taken. Just to kind of show like, and like the cages, like the access different restricted zones in the city after the quarantine.
This movie specifically, I'd say, since the last movie didn't need to do this since it was basically just the normal world, this movie does a great job of making the world since Rise of the Planet of the Apes feel lived in. Yes. That's the term like we use for sci-fi. It's a use that's thrown around sci-fi a lot. It's a lived in world because it feels real and authentic because of all the small little details. I think that's a term that was first used when the first Star Wars came out. Because before Star Wars came out in 1977, sci-fi films were all about being like sleek and crisp and future, and then Star Wars was like really bleak and dirty, and like everything was disgusting, and like there was shit on the floor, and people were like, wow, this is a world where it feels lived in. People actually inhabit this space. And I think that's what you're trying to say here is everything feels fucking real, and all the sets, it just looks like they threw a bunch of shit everywhere, but not on accident. Like everything feels like meticulously put in its place.
Yeah, for a purpose.
Yeah. And that's the best fucking kind of filmmaking. It's not Michael Bay just throwing shit everywhere and explosions and shaking the camera. It's like meticulously placing everything in the camera for a reason, to extend the storytelling, to make the world feel lived in, to convey an emotion. It's fan-fucking-tastic, Ivan. And I love it when a movie like uses real sets. I love real sets. It feels real. I feel like I'm really watching something right now. You know what I mean? When like you watch a movie and it's just green screen everywhere. Yeah. And it's like, I know they're not there right now. I feel like Marvel's been doing that a lot lately, and it's really pissing me off.
Yeah. I could definitely feel that.
And I guess I'll say it. I saw a screening of Thor Ragnarok, and it's exactly the same way. It's just like green screen fucking everywhere, and it's like, it takes away from that lived in feel because it doesn't feel real. It just feels like plastic everywhere. It's like, what the fuck is this? I can see that Caesar's literally laying on a couch and they're in a room and everything is there. And it makes everything else feel that much more real. Little details, Ivan. Little details.
Here we are seeing Caesar tell his son how Koba tried to assassinate him and not the humans.
The son is realizing his whole life is a lie. I think his name is Ash? Or no, I think his friend's name was Ash. The one that Koba threw?
Yeah.
That was Ash. I forget his name.
See, like right there, like the FEMA, like.
Yeah, I see it. I never would have noticed that before, but now that I'm actually paying attention to small little things, yeah. Like it feels like people were actually evacuated and shit. How fucked up would it be? You gotta evacuate because monkeys are taking over the world.
That's pretty fucked.
I mean, to be fair, it was more realistic than that. It was a flu was breaking out, and we were running extinct, and it just so happened that another species became sentient. I love all the emotions in his son's eyes. Because you can tell he's like really conflicted about what he believes. Like as a kid, that's a kid just wants to feel like they have a place to belong. They are angry at the world and they rebel against their parents. And you can tell he's like, he fucked up because he chose the wrong side with Koba. And you can feel he's still like angry and he still doesn't like humans so much, but he loves his father. And to know that someone he idolized did that to his own father, it's crazy shit. Really heavy movie.
Yeah.
Really, really heavy themes, man. Executed so brilliantly.
And we never would have guessed this back in 2011.
Fuck no. I'd be like, what are you talking about? A monkey movie is going to be my favorite movie of 2014.
Now, did you expect this to be this good when we first saw it?
No. See, that's the thing. They just continue to impress me. Like, we thought Rise of the Planet of the Apes was going to be shit, yeah?
Yes.
And we were pleasantly surprised that it was good. So we went into this movie thinking it was going to be good. And I was surprised because it was one of the best fucking movies I had ever seen that year. Like, it just continued to step its game up.
And for a trilogy to do that, to just continuously, like, just make it better than the last is absolutely impressive. Because usually, like, the trend is it gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
Or at least just stagnant.
Sure. This movie just continued to defy expectations. The next movie shall be Apes with Machete in Space.
Shut the fuck up. Fighting
You
Nazis
wouldn't see it coming.
on the dark side of the moon.
Yes. Yeah, see, now Caesar's house has become a symbol of like hope for these fuckers. It's just crazy.
It's Rocket, and who was the other one? The orangutan?
Maurice.
Maurice and Rocket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Those are the OGs.
They've been with him since the very beginning. Wow.
Yeah, since he was locked up in that cage, yeah, with Tom Felton.
Oh God.
I hate that this movie will forever be tied with one of the worst theater experiences I ever had.
Yeah, yeah.
We alluded to that in our last commentary, but man, just the people just are ignorant as fuck, man. So like there's a certain level of you know every once in a while you're going to get people to like talk and like ruin a movie. But like we went on Thursday night. We went to the premiere of this movie. You got to think people would be more respectful because everyone that's there that night is like a dedicated fan who wants to see that movie. And yet the group of kids sitting right behind us were just loud and ignorant as fuck.
I think that's what ruined their. I think that's what made us swear off from that theater ever again.
That was the last movie I ever saw in that theater.
Yeah,
because
same.
Just the ceiling tiles were falling. Fucking management. It was just a shitty place, and there was no like.
Nobody cared anymore.
No one cared, and so if I would have complained about it, no one would have done anything anyway. That's when I decided to take my theater going experience elsewhere. I started to take my theater going experience more seriously than I had previously. Because this movie, how much I respect this movie, I was like, no, I need to experience this at a place where people actually honor the art of cinema, as pretentious as that sounds. He's remembering James Franco, Ivan. The clip from the first movie.
You know what's messed up is that I can totally see the first movie becoming a James Franco comedy.
Like if someone edited it another way.
Yeah, it's like they cut like shots of the other movies into it where it's just like James Franco finds this monkey. He gets like really high with it all the time.
I'm gonna edit a trailer and I'm gonna add like laugh tracks and shit to make the first movie seem like a trailer. I'm gonna do it. I swear to God, I'm doing it. That's what I'm working on next.
Oh God, why?
I swear, because on my own YouTube channel, to plug my own David Lopez Reviews channel, I did a trailer of The Empire Strikes Back in the style of the Last Jedi trailer. Just been challenging myself fucking around with trailers. And now I want to do that. Now I want James Franco in a world. He finds a monkey with his dad. It sounds hilarious.
Do you think
little details?
I like this scene too because I feel like it shows Caesar having remorse for not being there for James Franco.
Yeah. You can interpret a lot based off of what he doesn't say.
Yeah.
And that's great.
It's like just the only thing he said, he was a good man.
Mm-hmm. Like it's a powerful line because there's a lot behind there. You don't need him to say much more. You know, oh, he was my dad. He raised me. But no,
just like that one line just conveys so much.
Mm-hmm. And you could see it in his eyes and the way his little chin hair glistened in the moonlight. Like he was being reflective and contemplative.
I think it's weird, dude. I literally got off like a 14-hour shift at class and work, and It's like super late at night, and I'm somehow more articulate than I am normally.
It's this movie, man.
It really is, honestly.
Because if we were watching, I think you're right. If we were watching some piece of shit right now, if we were watching Transformers 6.5, we would just be dying right now.
No, it would.
Like our brain cells just would not be able to keep up with all the nonsense. And you can, and after reflecting upon these movies, you can really see how the first film through the third film are really the steps that allowed Caesar and his company to become the Planet of Apes. One from this movie to from the first movie to this movie, it feels like a natural progression. And the same thing with the third movie. It feels like a natural progression from where we are here to where we go to the third movie to where we end up in the third movie. We understand how humanity sort of eventually died out and how the apes took over the planet. It feels natural. It feels real, and you buy into it. It did become a Planet of Apes, Ivan. It's like a story you tell your kids, you know? Cobra and Caesar are gonna box soon.
Oh, I remember this scene. Top of the tower.
They're gonna duke it out.
See, Caesar just still weak from his wounds.
What a great leader.
Absolutely.
Like, you understand why people follow him. You understand why people follow Koba too. But like, I think they're literally about to have the conversation where it's they follow Koba out of fear, whereas they follow Caesar out of respect.
So, or let me get this straight. Are they transmitting out, or is like somebody else transmitting to them and they're trying to reply?
No, so it's the first one. So they're trying to transmit out. They've been trying like the whole movie to transmit to anyone for support because so the whole movie takes place because they're trying to get electricity. So they've been trying to reach someone to help them for anything, for any kind of support. And it wasn't until the ending that they reached out to Woody Harrelson's group of people. We never see them in this movie, but we learned that it was Woody Harrelson and company
So
that they reached out to. From this movie to the next?
Yeah.
I think it might just be a year. No. Might be a couple. It's less than the dramatic jump from the first movie to the second movie. That's like an 8-year gap. I think from this movie to the next, it's probably 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
Because Caesar does end up having another kid.
Yeah.
And he's not a baby, though. He's a kid. Because I think his kid has a kid, no? I'm confused.
No. Okay, so his son, I think, has a kid, and then he has a smaller one that was just born in this movie.
Yeah, you're right. So he was just born in this movie, so he's probably like 3 or 4 in the next one.
Yeah.
I don't know how apes age, but he was walking. I love this standoff. Just by how they stand, you can tell their personalities.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like the very calm, composed, just doesn't show aggression or compared to like Koba, who's just like very
Just angry and
yeah.
unhinged. He was holding a gun, for Pete's sake. Like, you can tell he's not stronger than Caesar. Maybe at this moment, but like overall in general, he's not as strong as Caesar. He has to tout a gun. Just good imagery. Whole movie. Movies are all about what you can show on the camera. And this movie just like exceeds at that phenomenally.
Absolutely. And I think another thing it excels at so well is just it shows and conveys so much meaning with so little.
Yeah. Like what we were just talking about with Caesar being reflective. A lot of what this movie has to say comes out through what's not spoken.
Yes.
And that's just damn good storytelling.
Oh, absolutely. That's good storytelling, and that's just good cinematography.
Everything, every sort of technical craft, from the editing to how it's lit,
the score.
Everything. Oh, the music is fantastic.
It just every single thing plays a role so well, and like nothing overpowers the other.
It's just used in the right amount, which is why the whole trilogy is so impressive, because they were able to do that 3 times. They were able to surprise us 3 times in a row. It's so hard to make a good movie, and to make 3 good movies, that's fuck.
Yeah.
That's just a miracle.
3 good movies in the same like series. It's just, oh man.
Love this fight. Like, it's not very actiony, but it's enough action to be like, yeah, go Caesar. Because it's not an action blockbuster, like I said before. But the little action that it does have, it feels like it has real stakes to it. And this scene's so great because 2 different people who totally believe, that stand for faithfully what they believe in, that they're both willing to die for what they believe in. Gary Oldman is about to sacrifice himself because of what he believes in. And it's a matter of perspective, man.
I mean, it's almost like Koba and Caesar in a sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like you would have sided with the Gary Oldman. I know you're very like pro humans.
Yeah, honestly, I think I would have.
And that's not to say, that's a bad thing. It's just, I mean, if you lived in a world where your own species was being pushed to the edge of extinction, and there was this other species that you felt was trying to cause that extinction, yeah, I understand. You would feel like you needed to wipe them out.
Because like in this film, in this like lore, like I don't think like the humans are being pushed to the edge of extinction. I think they're at the edge of extinction, and we're just clawing on by a few fingers over the edge.
Sure, absolutely. And that's made even more clear in the next movie, just how much we're just scrapping together what little we have. And it's so weird because we root for the apes. We're humans, but like we root for Caesar. we want Caesar to do good. We want him to take care of his ape kind. They're just great characters. Caesar feels real. Like Caesar feels like a fully fleshed out character.
Yes.
He has his own flaws, his own characteristics, his own demons that he's fighting. Both externally right now with Koba and internally, with balancing his love for humans with his love for apes.
I think that's what makes him such a special character and just so amazing. It's like you said, he has his own flaws and like he comes to terms and realizes like different things and like he progresses emotionally and mentally, just not like I'm strong. Yeah. No, it's like my perspective changes on like things and it's just so amazing, man. I can't praise this series enough.
And here we have the scene that I'll never be able to separate from Lion King because of the people that were sitting behind us in the theater. Long live the king. He lets him go. What does he say? What is he about to say? Koba is not ape or something? Koba's face like, oh, I fucked up. That's gotta hurt on the way down. Just bumping into shit your whole way down. And you can't even just fall and hit the concrete. You're just hitting shit as you fall constantly
like this
until you die.
Scene where you just see Caesar look over and just you can feel the pain he has because he killed what used to be his friend, or it was his friend. And just looking him around, just like for that reassurance of what he did was right.
Absolutely, man. Because I mean, we mentioned Rocket and Maurice were his OGs. Koba was there from the beginning. He wasn't in that exact environment, but he was there in Genesis with Caesar, with Koba. Yeah. They were together since the beginning, since the bridge. Koba followed him, and Koba was his right hand man. And we'll go into this during the next movie, but Caesar sees a bit of Koba in himself.
Yeah.
And it's so great because he has to overcome that shit for what he feels is the better of ape kind.
All right, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you feel that this movie is the strongest of the series?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Not saying that, War for Planet of the Apes, the third one, isn't any worse, but I think for what they are, they do everything well. Like, I think the first movie, for being the setup and just being like the beginning, it does it perfectly fine. This movie, for just like having Caesar develop as a character and his own internal struggles, it does it beautifully. And the last movie, just ending it and like just ending his journey and finally letting Caesar rest, it also does it wonderfully.
I agree with that 100%. I think in trilogies, the third movie is usually the worst. Because I think people figured out how to make the first two films. The first film is usually light and fluffy, but it's fun, and it can be a grand adventure or it could be something small. The second movies are usually much more darker and richer, and they just expand the lore. And I feel like the third movies, they never really figure out how to tie up everything together.
And it just kind of ends up as like this stew of just mess.
Yeah. It doesn't know if it wants to be the first movie again or if it should be darker like the second movie again. And I think War for the Planet of the Apes, I have some flaws with it, and I know you definitely do too. But I think as a capper for the first two films, it's done very well done. It's very excellently done. Because I don't think... watching this movie again, I don't think I have one single complaint about this movie. I don't think there's anything about this movie that I do not like. Everything just speaks to me on an emotional level, on a technical level, with the characters, how engaged I am with the plot, the CG and special effects, what everything means. I think when this movie came out, I would have given it a perfect score.
I agree. I honestly agree. Like, I have some issues with the first one. I have some issues with the third one. Doesn't like mean it's a bad movie by far at all. But this movie is just
Sure, yeah.
absolutely just well-rounded overall.
This movie's on a whole other level
Yeah.
for me, man. I love this. It's like, because you're not really sure what's gonna happen. He's not sure what's gonna happen. Caesar's not sure what's gonna happen, but they're appreciating this moment, this one moment that they have together. You know. Caesar is home. Please don't leave message at phone. I forgot exactly which moment this scene cuts to black. It's about to finish right now. It's about to wrap up. I just forget what's the last thing we see.
Now, is the scene where they get like contact from Woody Harrelson's troops? Is that like an extra, like a end credit scene, or is that like in this?
Oh, so we're gonna end on his eye. So there's no extra scene. There was going to be that. I think it was a deleted scene. Woody Harrelson's not in it because he wasn't cast or anything at that point. But there was gonna be a scene where we see like a warship coming at them, right here. But I think for timing, it was just cut, and I think that was a good thing since it saves the reveal of who those characters were for the third movie, which I think. When we start the third movie and they're being hunted by those people, I think that's a great way to start. So that was Dawn for the Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That's a fantastic movie, don't you think, Ivan?
Oh, absolutely, man. Just watching this made me so excited to watch War for the Planet of the Apes again.
Oh, it feels so good to watch good movies, doesn't it? After War for the Planet of the Apes, we gotta watch a shitty one. Gotta watch like the Emoji Movie.
Oh, stop talking.
We gotta save Southland Tales. We gotta save it, because after we see it, we can't joke about it anymore. All right, Ivan. Anything else you'd like to add for Dawn of the Planet of the Apes?
Absolutely fantastic movie. If you're watching this with our commentary for the first time, definitely watch it again without us. And just kind of really just experience.
Yeah, why the fuck did you listen to us if this was the first time you saw this movie? You gotta enjoy this movie. This movie's on a whole other level from our own commentary track.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm pretty much set.
All right. Thanks everyone for listening. If you're listening to this on YouTube or SoundCloud, feel free to like it, to subscribe to us, to follow us. Leave your comments on the thoughts below. Let us know what we can improve on, what movies we should do for recommendations. If you're listening to us on iTunes, thank you. If you're listening to us on Bandcamp, that's where you can support us and you can donate to us. You absolutely do not have to. It's not required. It just helps us out if anyone felt inclined to do so. If you support us, that's just the best way that you can show your support to us. I think that's all the platforms we're on. You can follow me specifically at David Lopez Reviews, where I just do movie reviews on a different channel. I don't go as in-depth as these commentary tracks because I don't have 2 hours, but I just do my own movie reviews. Alrighty, well, my name is David.
And I'm Ivan.
And we are not the best podcast. We may not be the best.
But we aight. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for War for the Planet of the Apes next. Thanks for listening.
Bye.